Why is it that the people who give us the least emotional clarity end up living rent-free in our minds? It's wild, right? The ones who pull away, stay vague, keep everything cool, and never quite let us in, somehow feel 10 times more magnetic than the people who actually show up for us. If you're new here, welcome to Dark Mode Psychology. Make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you never miss the deeper truths about human nature. There's something almost haunting about emotionally unavailable people. Not because they're dangerous, not because they're mysterious on purpose, but because they trigger a very old part of our brain that hates unfinished stories. And emotionally unavailable people, they're basically walking cliffhangers. They give you just enough to keep you close, but never enough to feel secure. And your mind, desperate for closure, fills in all the blanks with wishful thinking. Think about someone you liked who always gave mixed signals. One day they're warm, laughing with you, talking like they've known you for years. The next day, they're colder than a January morning, acting like nothing happened. Your brain doesn't process that as rejection. It sees it as a puzzle. And humans love puzzles, especially emotional ones. It's not even that their distance feels attractive. It's that their unpredictability feels like potential. Maybe they'll open up tomorrow. Maybe the reason they're distant is because of trauma. Maybe you will be the one person they finally choose to trust. Look, the moment you start filling in blanks with maybe, you're already hooked. These people often carry a quiet intensity. Not loud, not dramatic. Just this calm emotional stillness that makes you lean in closer. You can't read them, so you try harder. You watch their body language. You analyze their texts. You start interpreting every small gesture as a sign. Not because they're manipulative, many times they're not, but because your nervous system reacts to inconsistency like it's a challenge to solve. And here's the darker truth. Emotional unavailability feels familiar to a lot of people. Maybe you grew up with love you had to earn. Maybe you learned early on that attention comes in waves, and you adjusted by chasing harder. So when you meet someone who feels distant, your subconscious doesn't see a red flag. It sees home. Emotionally unavailable people also project an aura of independence. They seem so self-contained, almost like they don't need anyone. And in a world full of people searching for validation, that kind of emotional self-sufficiency looks powerful. But what we forget is this. A locked door isn't powerful. It's just locked. And wanting to be the person who finally gets the key? That's where the attraction hooks you. You ever notice how the simplest moments feel amplified with someone emotionally distant? A small compliment feels huge. A little eye contact feels electric. A single deep conversation feels like a hidden treasure. It's because scarcity makes anything feel more valuable. And emotional availability, when it's rare, feels priceless. There's also this weird thing that happens when someone doesn't fully choose you. You start trying to win them. Not because you're desperate, but because uncertainty fires up the reward centers in your brain. It's the same mechanism behind gambling. A guaranteed win is boring. A possible win? That's addictive. But here's the part we rarely talk about. Emotionally unavailable people aren't wrong for being the way they are. Most of them are protecting themselves, hiding wounds they're not ready to face. Their distance is a shield, not a strategy. And sometimes that shield makes them look calm, deep, and mysterious, when in reality they're just scared to let someone get close enough to hurt them. So what feels like attraction may really be projection. You're not falling for them. You're falling for the version of them you hope exists behind the walls. Still, that hope is powerful. It makes you stay longer than you should. It makes you ignore the anxiety in your chest. It makes you accept the bare minimum and call it patience. Ask yourself something, seriously, just sit with this. Do you want this person? Or do you want the moment they finally open up to you? Because those are two very different loves. And one of them is just emotional hunger dressed up as romance. The truth is, emotionally unavailable people feel attractive because they awaken a part of us that's searching for connection, for validation, for resolution, for meaning. They make us feel like we're on the edge of something, even if that something never actually arrives. But here's the twist most people never realize. It's not them you're addicted to. It's the chase, the tension, the possibility. And when you finally meet someone who shows up consistently, someone who doesn't make you guess, someone who brings emotional clarity instead of emotional puzzles, your entire system changes. You stop craving chaos. You stop chasing distance. You stop mistaking uncertainty for chemistry. You start understanding that real intimacy isn't built on cliffhangers. It's built on presence. Emotionally unavailable people feel attractive because they let you write the story. But the moment you choose someone who actually participates in the story with you, that's when everything truly shifts. If you found this eye-opening, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights from Dark Mode Psychology.